Well, I mentioned before, I'm half hillbilly, half Pollack. And that in itself makes me exponentially stronger than your average Down syndrome person. You know, it's exponential. These things, they add to each other, and they learn from each other, and they feed and they fight and they train. Half hillbilly, half Pollack. You want to fuck with me? I worked with mentally handicapped. I was the one that they always yelled, Judas! When somebody was trying to rape somebody in the bathroom, I'd come running in and go, ah! Yeah, they were sorry when I was gone. I always say that when I'm getting ready to leave someplace. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. And they're like, what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's because I don't fucking share things. When it's time, it's time. You might not believe me. So that strength, you know, last I knew, my dad was in the hospital. He was in hospital in one town, and then they moved him to another. And I'm sure they didn't miss him when they moved him. That strength and aggression that I'm talking about, it's his father, when he was in the hospital the last time, punched a nurse in the face. And I was like, oh, Grandpa, it's not his way. But don't fuck with a man when he's dying. You just leave him be. You might get punched. You might be next. You might be first. Me too. And then his brother, when he was in the hospital, and what I understand, I think it was his deathbed, he was strangling hers. Yeah, fucking want to touch my ass and charge me for it? I didn't ask for this. Insurance will cover it. But then last I knew, my dad joined the club. He punched a nurse in the face. Oh, you don't want to put a guy in a fucking bed in the hospital and expect him to be nice because he doesn't like you. You're part of the system that supports him being there. Old people are supposed to die in bed at home. Hasn't anybody ever watched Little House on the Prairie? Have the doctor come by and say, well, he's screwed. I'll take his tooth and put some leeches on him. I can charge you for that. But I can't charge you for saving his life because there's no way of it. You know, the good old days. Die at home. And so I'm thinking, that's the Pollack side of the family. Pow, back off. But then suddenly, I don't know if he learned it from his kids because of the half hillbilly, half Pollack thing. My mom, the hillbilly, that we grew up half hillbilly, half Pollack. I don't know if he learned it from us. I don't know. It'd be really stepping over the boundaries to say I know everything. But I'm thinking he picked up a thing or two from his kids, because I called to talk to him in the hospital that they moved him to today, and he said, oh no. And it happened to be a girl from Gaylord. She's like, oh, I'm from Gaylord. And we're like, what? So look at that. Everything is connected. She said, oh yeah, he was discharged today. And I was like, what the fuck? Well, nobody knows where he went. I call my Uncle Raymond. I called Denise. Nobody knows where the hell he's at. So, not only did he pull off the half Pollack thing that we've got, pow, back at you. Get the stick right the first time. That's the way I understand it. She kept sticking him and sticking him and sticking him. Couldn't get it right. But here comes the half of the hillbilly. The escape. The escape. Nobody knows where the hell he's at. Talked to everybody I could by now. Nobody knows where he's at. He's not at home. He could be in that one place. He could be in the other place. He just said, I'm getting out of here. Didn't even finish what they were doing. He said, I'm getting out of here. And he might be in the place where my mother's mother was at the end when she was on lockdown. They had the whole building locked down, the whole aisle. It was a special aisle because she was fucking crazy. The dementia ward. That's where I'm going in the future. It's amazing they even let me walk around. I'm so close. In the mouth of madness. She escaped from the dementia ward the one night where everything is locked down, and they found her. They said she must have been out there for a half hour already. They found her lying outside in the snow. Feels so good. I've done that myself. But I don't know what kind of drugs they had her on. They weren't giving her beer, I'm sure. So there's my mother's mother, the hillbilly side, escaping basically a penitentiary. I mean, basic training felt like a penitentiary. And that was only like 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't know. You put somebody in a room like that for the rest of their lives, that's a penitentiary to them. She escaped. And so here it is. My dad now has become half hillbilly, half Pollack from just the relations he's had with his children who came out as half-breeds, half hillbilly, half Pollack. He's an escape artist. I don't know where the hell he is. Nobody knows where the hell he is. His living brothers, his cousin's wife, nobody knows where the hell he is. Isn't it exciting? You'll never take me alive, Copper.